Welcome to Have a Happy Arty Time. My name's Janette and I'm back with part 2 of our collagraphs on the Gelli Plate. This time we're going to be making some beautiful dogs and butterflies, some rose ladies. It's going to be a lot of fun, so let's begin. So I made up this beautiful lady stamp. It's a collagraph. Please check out my first video on collagraphs and it will show you exactly how to make these beautiful collagraph stamps. So I had some different bits and pieces here that I'd chosen for this little lady. So I'm going to place her in here, maybe across there. Okay, there's some red. We'll give that a roll up, laying down. I might do her on the gold first. So I might see how she goes on there. Roll over here. Now I can see that I need to leave a coverage on the stamp first to seal off that cardboard. So I'm just rolling some more red paint out on it and I'm going to leave that to dry and then re-stamp again. This happens often with my collagraphs. If I haven't sealed them, which I hadn't sealed this one, then they don't print out as good. So just leaving that coverage of the red paint and going to redo it again. Okay, and we'll let that dry and see how we go. Got a nice little spot in the sun there for it. I repainted it and I popped it back down as a stamp back onto this piece. Now I'm loving the effect. I'm going to add a little bit of colour into this rose on her head. See how we go with that. I'm just going to use some gold. And this was the roll-off sheet and I adore this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just going to get a little bit of white and I'm going to paint out this little bit of area here. The rest I love, and that to me is just perfect for what I'm needing. So remember, use your roll-off sheets as well and go back over and whatever's left on your Gelli plate, pull them up because you might get something wonderful, just like this one here. And I have one here on my baking paper and I love this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around where the white is in white and just bring that up, and I think that's beautiful. Absolutely love it. It was an old roll-off sheet that I had. It had a few tree branches that I'd placed on there, and then I placed my little butterfly, another little collagraph stamp that we made up, and I just placed him down there. So I'll be showing you the butterfly after, and I think this could turn out to be something very lovely. So just adding some gold into my little container, add a little bit of water with it because it's quite thick, and I just want a thin coverage to begin with and see where we take it. Beautiful. I'm half inclined to do it in here. Not sure. I mean, once it's done, it's done. Oh well, let's see how we go. And the neck. Okay, so we'll let that dry. It's come up beautiful. Just love it. Now here I know I just want to hide this red here just a little bit more, just down there. I'll let that dry. Then we have this little one which I'm thinking I might like to use my gel pens or my Posca pen. No, not my Posca pen. I do have one Posca pen. This has never worked, hardly ever works for me, so let's see. It might be going to. See how it doesn't work? I can put a daub of the paint down there, but I cannot get the nib to take the paint and express that paint at all. Very interesting. Okay, this has come up really beautiful. We've got this one here that I love as well. Only one little thing I'll do here is add that little bit of the flower back in. And I may darken this little bit of the flower here as well. Not certain if I like that all in the gold now. I might actually go over that with a little bit of white to knock it back. Okay, so I'm a lot happier with this now. I'll probably add a little bit of white to this in areas, and yeah, loving it. Okay, so on to the next one. So unfortunately my video camera stopped working for these couple of prints, and I'll just go over some of the steps of these and then I'll begin again showing you some of the other ones that I did where the video was working. So this one looked a little bit like this one, so I just used some black watercolor, went around it, and I added some white gouache into the white areas that were needed. And this is my original little card that was all done. Now this little fella was very pale, so I went in again with the black watercolor, just added little bits and popped back in my white. And then this one was very, very pale, and I went ahead and put some black watercolor on. Then I got some blue watercolor here and I just placed some on where the blues were. And I'm just thinking now what I'm going to do. I have to fix the black and the white on this one, and I'm going to be putting some gold over here. So sorry it didn't record. So I'm just going into my little stash of soft foam stamps, and I've got this one here that could go either way. Got this one that might make a good little section, not sure, but I think I found the one I want. And I'm going to put some gold down, and I'm going to just add a little bit of this, maybe a little bit of that, not sure, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to start with that one. Okay, let's get that blue up again. So we will pop some black into him. Let's get nice black in his eyes. Get the white gouache. There we go. The eyes aren't quite even. So here's our little dog that I did. I'm just finishing him off. I think I'm going to add a little bit of white just into what appears to be the body. Then I was able to finish this little one off, and you can see there was some black marks on this paper previously, just like here, and I thought I would give a hint at a little bit of a body here just by putting in the black watercolor, popping in the white, and I just love this little fella. He'll sort of get torn out around here, I'd say, and place him into something. Again, I'm going to put him in my stash. He's ready for me to add in my mixed media journal or anything, and I can decide what wording I want to put on there, if any, and just, yeah, making great pieces of art. But I do like that cut off around here, so that'll probably happen for this one. Here's our butterfly. Lovely, just loving them. Okay, a couple more light ones. And I think I should be able to pull this one. It's nice and wet. And yes, just what I was hoping for. We've got our little butterflies just quietly in the background there, so it's going to make nice to do a darker one and place over that or work on this. And I so hope you've enjoyed these Collagraph videos and what we've made today. Love the dogs and the rose lady and the butterflies. It's been such a lot of fun. So stay safe, keep having a happy arty time. Bye for now.